Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hello everyone and welcome to your English class. In our lesson today, we start with our first unit, which is titled Complaints. Our lesson today is the Listen and Discuss lesson in your books, page 6 and 7. All you need for the lesson today is your books, page 6 and 7, a sheet of paper and a pen to take down your notes. So let's get started. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to talk about problems and things that need to be done. Also, you will be able to ask to have something done. And you will be able to talk about common consumer complaints. So here we're speaking about complaint, dissatisfaction, something you're not happy about. Okay, let me ask you this question. Have you ever bought something and you were unhappy about it? You might shopped online or you got something, however, it wasn't what you expected. Maybe something that was broken, or it wasn't your size, or the material was defected. It wasn't the thing that you want. What was it? Maybe you will tell that one time I bought a shirt, however, there was a missing button. It wasn't my size. Then, what did you do? You have to do something towards it. Did you just leave it away and you didn't wear it? Or you contacted customer service and you told them about it? How did you contact them? Did you call them? Did you go to the store itself? Or you emailed them? You sent them an email. The customer service are always to help you whenever you're having a problem after sale. If you're having a faulty item, your item didn't deliver on time, or whatever your problem, just contact them, call them, or you can write them an email and they will respond to you. Okay, what are some of the possible complaints? At different places. Different places we will have different complaints. I complain, and it's a complaint, the noun. If you are at a hotel, what complaint could you have? Maybe you will complain about the idea of the view. You didn't like the view. Maybe the cleanness of the room. It wasn't clean. Maybe you will have noisy neighbors. The people who are beside you are very noisy. Or it could be the room that you were set to sit there. It wasn't the thing that you paid for if you booked it online. How about if we're speaking about a restaurant? What are the complaints that you could have? Maybe the seats are not comfortable. The table is not big enough for all of the guests or the people. Maybe it is the idea of the food. The food is cold, it's oily, it's tasteless, or let's say bland. It has no taste at all. How about if you are at a store? You're shopping for clothing. What are the problems that could happen? Maybe you couldn't find your size. The size doesn't fit you, or it's too expensive. The price is different than the one that is attached to the tag in there. So these are some of the complaints, problems, things that you will complain about it. Okay, speaking in here in your books, page 6, read the consumer complaints. Find one sentence in each picture that is a complaint and underline it. While you're listening to the complaints, people are complaining. They're not happy about the service that they've got. Then you will tell which sentence is a complaint. Let's listen to them one by one to find the answers for the question. The first one, what's wrong with the apartment? We're having here an apartment, a kind of a house, the small house. What's wrong in there? Then, what did the agent promise to do? We're having someone who's going to get the apartment, and the other one who would sell it or rent it, he's the one who is the agent. So let's listen to the conversation between them.
The walls are filthy. They need to be repainted.
Don't worry, we'll get it done.
So what's wrong with the apartment? It's not the whole apartment, just one specific part, which is, look at the picture in here, They are the walls. What's wrong with the walls? We're saying in here, the apartment's walls are filthy. What is filthy? They are dirty. Maybe they had spots on them. Look at the picture here. And they need to be repainted. They have to paint them, to color them back again. What did the agent promise to do? He said, don't worry, I will do it. What will he do? He said that they will get it done and they will have someone paint the wall. Who will paint it? Someone will do. We will get it done. We will paint it for you. How about the following in here? We're having, looks like we're having someone who's at the garage. What's wrong with the car? Number 2, what did the mechanic say he is going to do? What did he promise that he's about to do? Let's listen to the conversation.
The engine makes a strange noise. It was in for repairs just last week.
We'll have it checked.
So what's wrong with the car? Does it have a flat tire? No. The problem is that its engine, the engine within the car, makes a strange noise. It needs to be checked. In here, someone needs to check it. So we're having here, he said, it was in this garage last week. Just last week, it was in here. So now I can hear a noise. This is the problem. And the mechanic promised that he's going to do what? He promised that they will have it checked. I don't know what is the problem, however, I will check it and will let you know about the problem. I will have it checked. Next, we're having here, looks like that they are at a store. So, what's wrong with the jacket? What did the lady offer to do? And did the customer agree? She said, did she say yes? Let's listen.
This sleeve is torn.
I'll have it sewn.
I'd rather have a new jacket or a refund.
So what's wrong with the jacket? The jacket is actually, it's not the whole jacket, just the sleeve. The sleeve in here, the sleeve is torn. Torn, it was cut. We're having a cut in the sleeve. So the sleeve is torn. Then what did the lady, the shopping assistant, offer to do? She wanted to help. What did she say? She said, to have it sewn. I will sew it for you. The idea of maintenance. I'm not going to give you a new one. No, I will fix this one for you by the idea of sewing. Then, did the customer agree? Did she say yes? However, no. She prefers a new jacket or a refund. Whether give me a new jacket or give me my money back. She didn't agree and she wanted her money back. The last one in here, we're having, looks like a problem with the computer. What's wrong with the computer? What did the worker ask about? He asked about one thing before checking it. What will the worker do? He promised that he will do something. Let's listen.
This computer crashed.
Do you have a warranty?
Yes. I have a 3-year warranty.
I'll have a technician look at it.
In here, what's wrong with the computer? It's actually, it crashed. It didn't work at all. He tried to turn it on, to log in, however, it didn't work. It crashed, stopped working. Then, what did the worker ask about? Did he ask about what did you do with it? No. He asked about a warranty. What is the warranty? It is like an agreement between you and the seller that we will fix this computer or this item for you for a period of time. You will pay extra money for that. Does he have a warranty? Yes. How long is it? It's actually for 3 years, a 3-year warranty. So for 3 years since buying until the end of the 3 years, they're going to fix it for him, to repair it for the man for free. What will the worker do? He promised that he will take it to a technician. He's not going to do it. The technician will do it. To the technician to look at it. We will have it checked. We will check it for you and we will let you know what's wrong with it. These are some of the complaints. How about you? Have you ever had a bad experience? Whether with a dress, let's speak about clothing, computer, car, it could be an apartment or a housing. You can tell about anyone. Maybe you can tell about one time I had my computer crashed. Then I took it to the store and they fixed it for me. They told me that it needed an antivirus. It could be I bought shoes online. However, when they arrived, they were the wrong size. However, when I returned them to the store, they refused because I was the one who chose this size and not them. So sometimes you're having a good experience with exchange and refund, sometimes you don't have. Okay, how about in here? Which sentences in each conversation is a complaint? You will go back to page number 6 and check all the conversations. Which one is a complaint? Which one is reflecting or expressing dissatisfaction? You are unhappy about something. And the first one, which was about the house or the apartment, the walls need to be repainted. He said, this is a dirty wall, it needs to be repainted. Someone has to do it. Not me, not you, anyone. The second one, the engine makes a strange noise. I don't know what's wrong with it, but I can hear the noise. Not a voice, noise. It means that it's noisy, unpleasant. 3, the sleeve is torn. Who cut it? Who made the chair in here? I have no idea. It is torn. It could be me. It could be since it was in the store. Then the computer crashed. It doesn't work. So all these 4 sentences are about complaints. They express dissatisfaction and you are unhappy about the product that you've got. Okay, we're having here one fun fact which is about the idea of I bought a lemon. What is the idea of buying a lemon? If someone says I bought a lemon, they may be referring to a car, usually a car that was defective. You got a car, however, it's not, you are unhappy about it. So we will say, I bought a lemon. It means a faulty item. The car is defective. And there is actually a law that is called the lemon laws. It protects consumers or the customers against buying and getting stuck with a car that is no good. So you can refer to the lemon law and they're going to protect you and they will bring you your money back if you got a defected car. Here we're speaking only about cars. Okay. Now I wanted to answer these questions about the complaints on page 7. Go back to the conversations, to the 4 conversations on page 6 to find the answers for these questions on page 7. What is wrong with the apartment? 2. What does the mechanic say he's going to do? This is about the car. What's wrong with the jacket? 4. What's wrong with the computer? Go back to page number 6 and try to find the answers for these 4 questions. The first one, what's wrong with the apartment? Actually, the walls are filthy. What is filthy? Dirty. They need to be repainted. They are filthy, not clean. They need to be cleaned maybe or repainted. What does the mechanic say he's going to do with the car? Here is we're referring to the car. That he will have it checked. I will check it. What's wrong with the jacket? Is it spotted or stained? Actually, its sleeve is torn. The sleeve is torn, not the jacket. And what's wrong with the computer? The computer crashed. When you say crashed, it is a general problem. I have no specific idea what's wrong with the computer. Okay? Let's continue on here. Now, what are the things that you have to be aware of? When you are a consumer, you are buying things. There are certain things that you have to be aware. You have to be alert to know about them before you get things. But we're going to divide them into 3 to 4 categories. Things are related to housing, whether in the house, or car repairs, if you all want to buy a car, and we're having electronic products, computers, cell phones, TVs, and also clothing. We'll speak about the complaints that consumers usually complain about these items. Let's start with them one by one. What's wrong? We will start with the housing. Just look around your house and tell what are the possible complaints that you could complain about. It could be about this is a pipe and we're having dripping water. We will say that it leaks. So we will say in here, a leaky pipe. Leaky pipe. The pipe leaks. Also, we're having the second one. Look at this one. It's a tap or faucet. Tap, or let's call it a faucet. Look at it. We're not going to say leaky because we're having drops. So we'll say dripping faucet. It drips. We're having drops. The following, we're having here, look at this one, and we're having the door. How can you open the door? Here, we're having this one, which is, we call it the doorknob, which is the handle. The doorknob. What could happen to the doorknob? The doorknob in here, a broken doorknob. If the doorknob is broken, you can't open or close the door. Then we're having here, looks like we're having broken glass. We will call this one broken wind pane. The glass, we will call it the wind pane. Window pane. Then, what do we have in here? These are loose floorboards. When you walk in them, you will hear a noise, just like that, a noise that is because of the wood is moving. So we will call it loose floorboard. So it had to be fixed back inside. Have you ever experienced any one of these? I believe that we all sometimes have a certain problem of these, maybe a dripping faucet, or we're having a broken window pane, or any other. The other category is car repair. Which one of these do we have? What's wrong? Let's look at this car, and we will focus on this tire. Is it round? Looks like it's not round. Here we have a flat tire. It's not round, it's flat. So it needs to be replaced or fixed. The other one, let's look at this one. It's a tire as well. What's wrong? Is it flat? No, it's not flat in here. It's actually worn. Worn, it's just like the idea of scratched. Worn tire. Then we're having here, what's wrong? It's not a crash. Let's look at this small damage in here. Maybe it is a kind of a scratch, or we will call it dent in the body. It is a dent, so a small crash, just like we will say a cut in the body. Then we will go into this one. It's a battery. What's wrong with the battery? Dead batteries. The batteries are dead, so it can't generate power to the car. And we're having in here the broken, look at the glass in here, we will say cracked windshield. It will never be broken, it will be cracked. Where it is? Cracked windshield, because it's not glass actually. Have you ever experienced any one of them? I believe that we all have seen something like this. Maybe a flat tire is common. How about the following? What's wrong in here? In clothing. The idea of clothing, your clothes. Imagine that you're having a dress or a shirt. Let's look at this one. What's wrong in here? We're having a hole. Look at this one. It's a hole. Maybe something had fallen on it, then we're having a hole within it. The following, we're having as well as a cut. Look at this one. This is a cut. It could be because of the scissors or someone have torn it. Then we're having these socks. What's wrong in here? Let's look at these socks. Here we're having 2 holes. So it is a hole, just like a hole. Then look at this shirt. We're having these are the buttons. What if you lose one of them? We'll say missing button. You missed one of the buttons. No, so you can't. You can adjust it. How about in here? It looks like it's dirty. If you're speaking about clothing, you will say it is a stain. Not filthy, it's dirty. And this one is the stain in here. This is the stain. A stained, let's say, a dress. A stained shirt. How about electronic products, computers, TVs, phones? We will say, let's look at this TV. What's wrong with it? We'll say the TV has lines on the screen. There is nothing in here. Just as if we would say no signal. TV, lines on screen. Then, how about this one? This one is an air conditioner. The air conditioner doesn't get cold. It is supposed to get cold. However, when it's broken, we will complain it doesn't get cold. How about in here? Look at his phone. This is his screen. And we're having here no signal. Cell phone, no signals. You can't make a phone call when there is no signal. And here, let's look at this one. It's a DVD. And look at this. Here, scratched DVD. Looks like scratched DVD. So it won't work. Okay. Which one of the here, one of these you believe that it is the worst? If you have ever had that, you will say that is the biggest problem. Maybe it is cell phone, no signal in your cell phone. Or it could be stain in your clothing. Or it could be dripping faucet. Dripping faucet will be very noisy. So a dripping faucet could be one of the worst. You can choose any one of the complaints and choose it as being the worst. It depends on you. Let's do the peer work in here. How about in here? We will ask a question. What's wrong? Look at the picture and tell. What is wrong in here? Actually, there is a cracked windshield. Speaking about the windshield, it's cracked. There is cracked windshield. I will have it fixed right away. You're asking someone, and he or she will tell, I will have it fixed. Then how about this one? What's wrong in here? It's actually a pipe. So there is a leaky pipe. The pipe is leaking. The response will be, I will have it fixed. How about this one? What's wrong with the air conditioner? We'll say, the air conditioner doesn't get cold. It doesn't get cold. Then we will say, I will have it checked, replaced, changed. Okay, so these they are. Now let's go to your books on page 79. You will look at the picture and you will tell, write a sentence to describe each problem. What's wrong in here? Here we're having the computer crashed. The computer needs to be repaired. It crashed. It doesn't work. The computer stopped. Or the computer needs to be repaired. Someone needs to interfere and fix it for us. The second one, let's look at this car, and we're speaking about the battery in here within the car. The car has a dead battery, or the battery is dead. The car has a dead battery. The battery is dead. Then, speaking about this one, it's a carpet in here. And what do we have in here? Look at this one. It is actually the carpet has a stain. Stain, like a spot. Maybe coffee or tea was spilled. The carpet is stained. We use the verb. It is stained as an adjective. And in here, let's look at these walls. What's wrong with the walls? The wall needs to be repainted. The wall needs to be repainted. It's filthy. It's dirty. How about this tire? Let's look. It's not round. We're having here the flat side. The car has a flat tire. A flat tire, so it's flat, a flat tire. And in here, what do we call this one? It's a faucet or a tap. So we will say there is a dripping faucet. The faucet is dripping, or yes, the faucet is dripping, a dripping faucet. So these are some of the problems that we can tell about. And how about this truck or this car? The truck has a cracked windshield. This one we will call it the windshield. The truck has a cracked windshield, and the windshield is cracked. It is cracked. For your homework, I want you to think about, have you ever had a bad experience at a store or with an item? Have you ever had a faulty item? What happened? Just tell about the story, what happened to you. Then, what did you do? You have to have a reaction. What did you do towards it? Did you have someone ask someone to help you, or you fixed it yourself? Okay? I guess that is it for the lesson today, and thank you so much for your time.